Moving
Yes,
on, moving on to our third collage, wonder. Wonder to me has always been, filled with so many questions. I have always wondered how the softest and cutest blob of a child in my brother, who I used to play Jenga with, and he would cry when he loses, turns out to be one of the most rugged and unruly 15-year-olds. I also used to wonder how every time my grandmother curated a dish, she used to add the same amount of salt and spice, and the taste never changed every single time. I used to wonder all the time, and it always filled me with so many questions. But in recent times, as I have been experiencing in my obstetrics postings, I wonder in the eyes of every newborn how it is born and leads to explore this world in its eyes and through it, its thoughts. And then I came to a realization. The joy of wonder will always lie in the quest, and the joy is never in finding the answers. So, this collage is titled Wonder. Wonder, ladies and gentlemen.
I just ran out of breath trying to play this. I wonder how handsome I composed an amazing masterpiece like this. Over to you, ma'am.
we ran out of our breath as well, Gopika, just watching you play. And this has always been my personal favorite of all that you had played. And it was absolutely mesmerizing. Um, so give me a second, as always, to present my screen. I'll mute it. Yeah. Okay. A thing of beauty is a joy forever. And to me, always, as my family and friends know, bully, and finally have accepted and understood, a lot of, or rather a zillion sweet nothings are abundant joys forever to me. So here I go, titling this poem, Sweet Nothings. Before I begin the poem, I wrote this poem one day. It was a rainy day. I think there's something to do with rain and writing to me. And then I was in the cab and I decided to not, call someone or text someone or look into any form of social media, but just keep looking out. And so I kept looking out all the way from home until Poonamali, which is like almost half the way up to reaching my college. And then I couldn't just but, you know, start taking my phone and writing down this gushing thoughts. So this poem is a personal favorite to me. I wrote it probably in less than 3 minutes. I typed it probably in less than 3 minutes. So let me begin. Sweet nothings. Butterflies that prettily hop, bougainvillea that tear so crisp, dewdrops that balance their stance on grass, puddles that would ripple with the steps of my little lass, rainbows that pop up on a rainy day, mirages that shimmer on a shiny way, squirrels that swiftly climb the windowsill, breeze that escaped into my sleeves, oh so chill, dry, hungry crevices of the path with rain to fill, traffic that comes to a quick standstill, fritters that struggle in piping hot oil, fellow men bustling towards a day to toil, a lightning that I wish could strike my window, with thunder along that comes as a heavy blow, a flock of cranes that in a striking order flew, a coffee that I wish that had started to brew, a poem that I try, conceive, and write amidst texts, thoughts, and other demons I fight. Isn't everything that I think, write, feel, wish, have, want, desire so transient? So what if it's transient, as long as I can transcend? Over to you, Madhu, and I would like to tell you that you are one man with whom I enjoy a ton of sweet nothings and transcend along with you many moments.
Oh, that sure was lightweight, Prathibha. All the small things, and I think it doesn't go by saying, small is beautiful. But then the same forces that created something small also created something really, really big. Let's take a look at what that is. So this is what it is. So I think it's clear. Yeah. So for some of you who might not know what this is a photograph of the Milky Way, the galaxy in which we live in. So if you take the galaxy, Earth is a very, tiny is also not enough. Is an atom-like thing in the whole scale of the whole scale of the Milky Way galaxy at the suburbs of the at the edge of the galaxy. So the snowfield peak that you see on the bottom is actually a 20,000 feet tall peak, only to be dwarfed by the scale of the Milky Way. So let's take a look at how big things are, and because we humans seem to be pretty possessed about what's big and what's more and what's better and stuff like that. So as you would have probably guessed or known, every single tiny dot in the picture is a star, most of them bigger than our sun. So since most of us do not have access to a spaceship, let's say we have a car that can travel at a speed of about 3 lakh kilometers per second, not hour, 3 lakh kilometers per second. And we travel in that car, we will be reaching the nearest star, which is Proxima Centauri, in about 4.5 years. Yeah, that's how far the closest star lies. And each two dots you see in this picture is definitely more than that, or at least as long as that. So that's the scale of how things are there. And we are talking about 3 lakh kilometers per second, which is pretty much the velocity of light. But then humans have so far managed to reach a top speed of about 11 kilometers per second.
Madhu?
So that, yeah.
The picture?
Yeah, okay, yeah. All right. So so these are the stars that live in the periphery of our Milky Way galaxy, and that's how big they are. So to put it in a nutshell, from the bottom end of this picture to the top end of this picture, if someone needs to travel the distance at the velocity of light, which is again 3 lakh kilometers per second, it's going to take nothing less than 50,000 years. And I think if we think we are really big, well, suit yourself. Back to you, Rithu.
Sorry. Am I audible?
Yeah, Rithu.
Okay. Thank you, sir. What a wonder of a collage this evening, this Saturday evening. It really got me out of words. That's why it took some time.